Hey everybody, Alex Cutler 247 here, and thank you guys so much for jumping on this video. Again, I am not a licensed financial advisor. This is purely for entertainment purposes, so let's get it started. In an era of digitalization where data is worth more than gold, worth more than oil, there's many sayings that state why data is so valuable. But some people may not consider or really understand why that is. But let's dive in and see why Sportradar and Genius Sports are must-adds in your investment portfolio on market opening on Monday. Now, if you've been following me on Twitter or many other social platforms, you know that I am a huge fan of fantasy sports as well as iGambling. I've used DraftKings and FanDuel and many other fantasy sports applications for many, many years since I was a teenager. But what people don't really consider is that in order for these companies to be able to run efficiently, they need data. And that is exactly what Genius Sports and Sportradar are there for. They are there to gather sports statistics as well as analytical data from sporting events, and then they disperse it to their clients, in which include both casinos and iGambling websites or applications. Sports data and analytics will continue to grow on its due to its high demand, and it bodes a huge compound annual growth rate of 30.19%. That's top 3 overall across the whole sectors, from electric vehicles to many others. Now, if you look into the future for a forecast of 2025, people are forecasting for there to be a total of $760 billion in both total of gambling market as well as iGambling market. And that's due to the legalization of iGambling for not only brick and mortar, but as well as iGambling across many of the states in the United States, as well as many other countries. Now, if you have been following me on Twitter, you know the fact that I'm a huge fan of HZON and Sportradar, and they just struck a deal today on Sunday for an LOI with a valuation of $10 billion between Sportradar and HZON. That's huge, and we're going to go over why. The biggest things that come into mind is their leadership. Horizon has a great leadership across the board with huge credibility from the likes of co-founder and CEO of DraftKings, Jason Robbins, as well as the VP of Original Content, Cindy Holland for Netflix. Also, the U.S. Advisory Board is pretty impressive with the likes of Mark Cuban, Michael Jordan, and Ted Leonsis on that board. Now, they have over 1,000 clients in more than 80 countries across 5 continents. They are partnered with the likes of the NFL, the MLB, the IMMAF, which obviously regulates the UFC, and then obviously the NBA. They also have partnerships with the likes of F1, the MLS, FIFA, and many, many others, including the Bundesliga. An example of their clients are DraftKings, FanDuel, Yahoo, Bet365 for iBetting data, as well as AP, Facebook, Google, Yahoo, Twitter, NBC Sports, Bleacher Report as media clients. For a full list of partnerships and clients, make sure to go to one of the links down in the description. It's massive. It's more than I can go over, and I really don't want to waste your time and just continually go over all of the partnerships. It's massive. Take my word for it. Now, Genius Sports is really impressive as well. They struck a deal back in late fall of 2020 where they hit a valuation of $1.5 billion. Now, they have many of the same partnerships that Sportradar has, minus the likes of the NFL and UFC, but their key to success is that they are the sole iBetting data partners with the likes of the Premier League, the EFL, and the Scottish Football League. Now, people are going to say, why is that such a big deal? Now, in 2015, there's an article that stated that there was a potential of 1 billion euros being betted per game illegally. Now, iGambling becoming more legal in Europe as well as many other states in the United States. That's a huge market for Genius Sports to get a hold of, to have that main hold of. And you can see they have those partnerships. They have that group revenue where they expect a substantial amount of growth from 2020 to 2021 and 2022. And they have a positive EBITDA, which is great. It shows a healthy company. They have data, streaming, media revenue, and sports revenue. And again, their clientele is substantial, just like Sportradar. They have DraftKings, Bet365, NCAA, NASCAR, Premier League, like we just said, and many, many others. Now, the one thing that's really just kind of putting a cap on everything a little bit is the fact that the legalization issues. But I expect that there's going to be a rapid market growth incoming very soon. Now, currently in the United States, gambling is legal in only 18 states, but states are in the process of legalizing, which include California, New York, Nevada, Illinois, Indiana, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. There's many articles as well as many events that are coming up where there's people sending bills for sports betting to be legalized across many states. And Governor Cuomo for New York, he even announced a proposal to enable online sports wagering as part of the 2021 State of the State, which is, again, good signs for the overall iGambling market. Very impressive. I'm very excited for this sector because, I love iGambling, but I'm also a huge fan of data. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, comment. I would really love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you.